It's just an odd situation. Like the people just up and left a ton of stuff. Holy crap. What the heck? What am I seeing here? Dang, that sucks. Some added expense to the budget. Okay, what are we gonna start with here? Oh, dude. I'm standing in the driveway of a property that I just purchased. I've never been inside. In today's video, you're gonna come inside the property along with me. We're gonna walk the whole thing. We're gonna put together a scope of work, figure out how much we're gonna have to put into this property in order to sell it on the back end. So not only are we gonna see this property for the first time together, but we're gonna run numbers, figure out if this was a good deal or a bad deal for us. We're gonna accomplish all that in this video. So here it is, folks. What do you think? She's a dandy so far. I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little concerned about the amount of road noise that we have over here. I knew that there was basically a busy road in our backyard, but I wasn't prepared for the amount of road noise that is actually coming from it. First thoughts, I'm a little concerned, but we'll get into that here a little bit later. Guys, if you're new to the channel, I buy a lot of different houses. Some of them are quick, easy fix and flips. Other ones are massive renovations, and there's some pretty amazing transformations that take place. So hit that subscribe button so you can follow along. So I'm walking up the driveway now towards the house, and what I can tell you is that a lot of stuff has been left behind. More so than I was anticipating, that's for sure. Holy smokes. If there's this much on the exterior, I'm hoping that there's not this much on the interior as well. And by the way, holy shed. Do we really need 2 sheds sitting in our driveway? Probably not. Either one or both are gonna have to go. So some quick stats on this house. The online sources are showing me that it's a 3-bed, 2-bath. We're roughly 1,550 square feet, and we sit on a half acre here. And a half acre is nice because it is, I mean, right basically in the middle of the city. So I do like the half acre aspect. And we are dealing with a manufactured home here, and it was built in the mid 90s. So that is a good thing. The older the manufactured homes get, usually less quality of a product. So I like the mid 90s manufactured home. It was a quality build. The more I walked the property, the stranger it started to feel. Well, I think it's time we head in the front door and figure out exactly what's going on inside. Interesting hot tub here on the front porch. As I was just walking by, it actually doesn't look like it's in too bad a shape. I think we're gonna have to pop the lid on that thing before we leave. Maybe we can salvage it. Let me know in the comments what you think. If we can salvage the hot tub, should we keep it? Furthermore, should we keep it on the front deck? Kind of weird on the front deck, but we do sit off the road a ways, so it is kind of private back here. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Man, there is just a ton of stuff around here. Let's head inside, check it out. Hello, hello, hello. Again, you always gotta be careful entering these vacant homes. Have your head on a swivel. Okay, so the first thing I noticed when I walked in here is broken glass in the living room here, or the dining room. Don't love that. Weird. Still a lot of stuff in the house. Okay, this is weird. There's still keys hanging by the front door. Like literally they just left their keys on the key ring here. Odd. You know, we'll find random sets of keys throughout some of these houses sometimes, but not neatly hung by the front door. Okay, so we have 3 beds, 2 baths that we're gonna explore here. Again, our goal here today is figure out a renovation budget, figure out, yeah, was this a good deal or a bad deal? And are we gonna make any money on this thing? So let's check out the kitchen first. The kitchen doesn't appear to be in awful shape. Like, other than somebody came through and left every cabinet door open, I'm not sure why. They got a decent collection of liqueur over there. I would love to be able to salvage these cabinets if possible. That would save us a ton of money if we could just like repaint these things white, dress them up with some new hardware. That would save us a ton of money. But again, I don't know, I'll have to get a closer look at them and see if that's possible. Countertops are for sure gonna have to go. As you can see, there's unrepairable damage in certain spots. So countertops are gonna have to go. So we have a bunch of mismatched flooring throughout this place. We have one type of flooring in the kitchen. We have another type of flooring in the, what I would consider this, the dining room. And then another flooring over there in what would be, I guess, considered the family room. So we'll for sure want to do flooring throughout this place, no question. And then one thing we're gonna have to figure out is what we're gonna do with this. Gosh, this is a bummer, is this paneling. This is like a, kind of like a vinyl paneling that, I mean, you can just paint over it, but I don't know if it would turn out very well. So I don't know if there's drywall behind there. Maybe if we pull that paneling off, then we could be into some drywall. That would be nice. We're gonna have to paint this place, no question. Needs a full interior paint, all new flooring. The question becomes, can we paint over that paneling or do we need to sheetrock? Obviously that would be expensive. Okay, so what we've toured so far is the main living areas of the home. We've seen the kitchen, dining room, living room. Now let's head back and check out the bedrooms and bathroom situation. Okay, so we have bedroom number 1 here. Relatively small bedroom, maybe 10 by 10, 9 by 9. So it's relatively small with no closet doors. So that's unfortunate. Oh man, and they did something weird here too. As you can see, they like cut into the closet header, most likely reframed so that we can reinstall some closet doors here. Dang, that sucks. Some added expense to the budget just to get the closet back into a position to even add doors to it. So that's a bummer. Okay, cruising into, okay, cool, we got power in here. Got some lights on. Okay, so headed into bedroom number 2, which by the way, I love the color of this hallway, lime green. I mean, that's gotta stay, folks. I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Keep the lime green. Do we like it or do we love it? I'm gonna go with love it. So here's bedroom number 2. I would assume this is kind of maybe what our closet in the other room originally looked like. So they really screwed that up. This bedroom, about the same size, 9 by 9, 10 by 10, something like that. So another relatively small bedroom. Okay, so that's bedroom number 2. Before we head into what I believe is the master suite, we might as well take a look at this hallway bath and see what all's gonna need to be done in here. Okay, this has actually been updated at some point. I wouldn't say I would choose the same finishes, but it has definitely been updated. We have an updated flooring here. I think this is actually similar to what was in the kitchen. And then this vanity, definitely newer, kind of a Home Depot special. Nothing wrong with it. It's a nice looking vanity. And the shower for sure has been updated. Just the fact that it doesn't have like a yellowish color to it leads me to believe that this has been replaced at some point, because over the course of 30 years, what was kind of a white vinyl shower ends up being yellow over that course of time. Oh, whoa, is that a bidet? I've walked a lot of houses over the years and I can honestly say I've never ran across a bidet in one of the properties we're flipping. I've never personally tried one. I've heard good things, but I mean, maybe there's no better time than the present. Just kidding, we gotta keep moving anyways. We don't have time for that. Okay, now it's time to head into the master and see. Holy crap, I've never seen anything like that. Check this out, it's kind of crazy. What? Okay, so what am I seeing here? All right, so this is a bit strange. It's not just stuff, there's literally luggage all over the place. We've got suitcases, we've got different types of bags, we've got sleeping bags. What the heck? We've got some creepy doll or something. I don't know if that's like a laptop bag or something. There's all kinds of just stuff in here. Ever since I saw all the bags that were left behind, I couldn't help but wonder what was inside them. Why would someone leave this? Then just looking into the master closet here, we've got cowboy boots and a couple pair of work boots and a tennis racket up there on the shelf. Just kind of some random things, right? What I am happy to see is that there is a master bath. Happy to see the master bath, but it is tired. The hallway bath was definitely in much better shape and had been updated at some point, like I mentioned. This is clearly original. We have a vanity here that's original from when it was built, matches the casework in the kitchen. We have a giant soaker tub, and as you can see, yellowed out. It's got the 30-year yellow hue to it, and we have a stand-up shower, so that's good. So this is actually, oh, automatic lights, look at that. This shower, it's like needs a good scrub, but this is something, so long as there's no damage anywhere, this is something that I think we could save. Okay, how grody is that? Look at this. Someone forgot their razor. What are they gonna do without that? nasty. But seriously, this is something that I think we can save. That'll help us out on our end budget. I gotta be honest with you. The suitcases, sleeping bags, duffel bags, it almost feels like they just like abandoned everything like mid-move or something. Bizarre. Got ourselves some old Maxwell VHS tapes. Honestly, guys, my mind's wandering on what might be in some of these bags. We might have to open these. I figured it's a good idea to glove up because you never know what the heck you might be getting into. Okay, what are we gonna start with here? We've got a bag with another bag. This is actually pretty nice luggage. Honestly, it's probably nicer than what I'm currently working with when I go to the airport. What in the world? Dude, this is like brand new. Holy cow, this is crazy. Let me know in the comments, what should we do with this? I mean, what's a set of luggage even worth like this? I mean, could you get $100 for it? 200 bucks for it or something? I don't know. I haven't bought luggage in 20 years, 30 years. I mean, this is a little worn on the exterior, but a decent piece. Okay, so far we're 1 for 1. That's a win. What do we got here? This one's a little dusty. Not seeing anything in here. Decent bag, nothing in it. Pretty dusty though. Okay, look at this. This looks like there could be like a camera or something in there, huh? What do we think's in there? Oh, dude. I nailed that one, I gotta admit. That's impressive. Old Sony camcorder. These were the thing back in the day. This is pretty cool, actually. If this works, what does something like this go for? It's got the battery in it, carrying case. It's got all your charging cables. Huh, that's crazy. We've got luggage, we've got a video camera. Sleeping bag, we know what that is. You know, I just don't feel the need to sleep in someone else's bag. We're gonna leave that one over there. This one, what? No way, no way. We're talking, yeah. Frisbee golf, disc golf, whatever you call it. I know some guys that are into that. Huh. I could probably just throw that under the Christmas tree for a buddy. Call it good. Okay, look at this one. This is a fancy looking thing here. Yeah, this is too fancy for me, I'll tell you that. What do we got in here though? Samsonite. Okay, I've heard of them. Wow, this is another like nice looking bag. Empty, but brand new. Backpack. Okay, there's something in this one. Whoa, the heck is this thing? Okay, I don't know what this thing is. Anybody? Any takers? Anybody want it? I don't know, but there's charging cables to it. Okay, this might be something weird actually, I don't know. There's like, what's going on in here? It's like a sleep apnea machine or something. I don't know, it's got tubes. You know what? That's enough. That's enough fun for one day. Okay, well that pretty much wraps up the inside of this place. Some interesting finds there on the luggage. There's actually some pretty nice bags there and some different things. Obviously the video camera's a little outdated, but I don't know, still interesting. Oh, well that's weird. So I never remember seeing a door on the interior of the house that led to the garage. We definitely have a garage door over there. We've already found some pretty interesting things in this house, so we are definitely gonna be gaining access to that garage because I got a feeling there might be some treasures in there as well. Okay, so we've toured the house, we've seen the front of the house, front yard, etc. Now it's time to cruise into the backyard, just see what's going on back there. I'm not expecting this to have a large backyard because given that we're only working with half an acre here, I mean, it just feels like the majority of that's in the front here. So I'm anticipating kind of a smaller backyard, but we are gonna find out now. So backyard reveal. Here we are. And wouldn't you know it, 2 additional sheds in the backyard. So we got 2 sheds in the back, 2 sheds in the front. That, I think, is a record, folks. Oh, this is kind of weird. What the heck is this thing? When I rounded the corner back here, it's like a plastic drum. So I'm curious what that is. So the backyard is gonna need a lot of work. There are piles of branches everywhere. We got a giant brush pile, literally right in the center of our backyard. And then we're gonna check the integrity of these sheds because you really only need one shed on a property. We don't need 4. So we'll aim to keep the best one, get rid of the others because they're a bit of an eyesore. Okay, well, I think I may have just found something. So as I kind of suspected, or at least hoped, that we would find access to the garage, I'm thinking that this back door right here on the back side of the house is gonna be access to that garage that we couldn't get from the interior of the home or on the front of the house. So let's go check this out. And of course, my flashlight's dying, so that's wonderful. So honestly, this is actually a pretty nice, oversized 1-car garage. This is a very usable space, and given that manufactured homes, don't come with a garage, it's something that you gotta add on to it. I'm very happy that this is here because this is a big value add for the property. A lot of the houses we buy, we come into the garage, and I can't tell you how many times it's just full of garbage, just absolute junk, like literal food garbage, trash. It's disgusting, but that is not the case here. It's just an odd situation. Like the people just up and left a ton of stuff. Like none of this that's here is really just like garbage. I'm looking at, looks like an electric chainsaw down here, an old car jack. There's some tie downs. There's a lot of hand tools. I mean, not that it's crazy valuable or anything, but we've got stuff just still in the package, So it's just interesting that they just up and left all this stuff instead of, I don't know, having a yard sale or something. I can't help but wonder what happened to the sellers as to why they left so much stuff behind. There's probably some of you in the comments who would love to just come pick through this stuff because there is definitely some value in here. Guys, let me know in the comments, would you want to come pick through this stuff, or are you thinking this is all just junk? Just have the trash out crew throw it all into a dumpster. Let me know what you think. Okay guys, so that wraps up the property tour. We've pretty much seen everything we need to see here. So that means it's time to get into the numbers. So what are the numbers on this deal? So we bought this house for $260,000. If we do a full remodel on this place, I think we're gonna be in around $80,000 in renovation. Just to clarify on that, I'm hoping we can save windows, I'm hoping we can save siding, roof. There's a ton of debris on it. It's hard to tell really what's going on there, but I'm gonna assume that we do have to replace the roof. And with that $80,000 budget, that's assuming a full interior go, doing the kitchen, doing the bathrooms. Even though they're not in absolute awful shape, I do think it's gonna be the smartest move to just redo everything. That would put us all in around $340,000. And I think with that type of renovation budget, we should be able to get on the back end anywhere from $430,000 up to maybe even $460,000. So to answer the question of whether this was a good deal or a bad deal that was mentioned at the beginning of the video, with numbers like those, I think this is going to be a pretty good deal. Overall, this property ended up being a lot just kind of stranger than I was anticipating. There's a lot of just kind of interesting things that were left behind in it, but honestly, there is a lot of potential here and I'm excited about this deal. And like I mentioned, guys, we buy a lot of different properties. It's not just stuff that's run down and needs a full renovation. So if you've thought about selling it all and want to get a cash offer from me, check out my website. There's a link to it on my channel, and we'll post a link to my website in the show notes and we can get you a cash offer. All right, we'll see you on the next one. See ya.